Good morning. So I did a recent live video, and for some strange reason, they do not want you to see the live chat that was taking place during that live video. Of all the videos that I've done recently, the live chat has been enabled on all of them. But when someone commented on a particular video that I went to my Facebook on, and I started showing all the pictures that I had taken, not all of them, but a big bulk of them for the past year or so, all the different areas that I covered, there was a live chat. Okay. They've disabled it. They're not making it available because of, I guess, something, the conversation that was occurring inside that live chat. So I think that something must have been said. They didn't want any feedback being seen by the people who are now watching the video, you all. This is serious what's taking place, because there's a lot of areas that we have covered over the past 4 years, a lot of different areas that have to deal with the spiritual realm, the plasma, the UFOs, the beings, the sun, all of this stuff, and pictures that I've taken with my camera. There was a lot of stuff that was shared because of the broad range of areas, and there was a lot of comments that were happening. For some reason, they have disabled those live comments. It's not on my end. I tried to see if I could do something to enable it, but it don't even give me the option, you all. I don't know what's going on with this particular video. I'm coming over here to make sure I'm on this YouTube, because you never know. I may not be on the YouTube over here to see any comments. Okay, we've got 30 comments on here. 30 people watching and a few comments. Hello. Let me do this, you all. Okay, I've got you all on here. Let me tell you what let me see. Okay, I can see you all. Let's look at this. So, I don't know what's up with this. You have sound? You all got sound? Thank you. That sound was turned down a little bit low. Can you hear me now? Because what's been happening is I've been finding my microphone on my OBS studio. Somebody has been disabling my microphone, turning it completely off. I'm having to go back into my system and put my microphone back on here because they're disabling it. Okay, that's good. Yeah. So, yeah, I don't know what's happening. I really don't know, but I know one particular video that I've done. They won't allow the live stream on it, you all. And I'm going to show you that because let me take you to that, because this is weird what they've done to it. And I'm going to turn off if I can get over here to my channel. I'm going to show you the particular video, what it was. If I can, let me get over here. It's this particular video right here. Gina, where is it, you all? I can't, it won't let me. My screen is so touchy. It's like some people, they're so touchy. See, now I've done it. It won't even let me do this, you all. Come on. I can't even view my own videos. I'm going to point to it. It's this particular video. Gina didn't know she was live with UFO activity, and I didn't. So I want to show you what happens. Let me show you what happens, you all. I'm going to click into it. I want you to look at this. They're not even, this was a live video, they're not even allowing the chat to be seen. And there's comments that are happening on this video right here. And it isn't, I'm going to show you, it is enabled. I did enable it, but here's what they did. There's no, I don't even have the option. Look at this. For that particular video, I don't even have the option to even click that to enable it. It won't let me do it. It won't even let me save it. Even if I do try to do it, it will not let me. And you may say, Gina, there's something, oh, you're just seeing things. No, I'm not. I really am not. Here's what it's supposed to look like right here. This is the video from last night. I have live chat replay on all my videos, you all. I do. On all my videos. This is last night's. They're not letting me do it. They don't. There's something that was said during that particular live stream video that they don't want you to see. They don't want you to read. They don't want you to read it, you all. This one right here. And to me, I'm thinking, what was said that you don't want to see? That's what I'm wondering, because it's not even available. It's not available at all, you all. So, and I didn't know anybody was watching. I was getting ready to cover up my camera, and they said, when will Gina notice us on here? See, and I noticed at the 6-minute mark, but this video is 58 minutes long. 58 minutes long. I went over to my Facebook, is what was happening. And I was showing the pictures on this video, and it also was talking about interdimensional warfare, is what it was talking about. And there was comments coming down, and you know what it said, you all. Let me show you what it said. Let's go over here, because it was really interesting. It's interdimensional travel, and it was talking about how this warfare would break out, and it named specific countries where this major war would happen. And it was it named Russia, and I think it named China or something, but there was other things that were shown in here, like this right here, this video. There were comments. This was supposed to be Jupiter right here, but they've done away with all the live chat, is what they've done. This was Jupiter, but these were ships that I filmed in the sky, and they were ships that I took pictures of, you all. This is really, really interesting. It was these ships. It's kind of like these ships right here. Let me get to them, because there were some right there. These were the ships that I took pictures of right here. If I can get back over to them, you all, because they were the exact same ships, and there was comments being made. See, this is what I took pictures of with my iPhone 8. And this was, if I can get to Jupiter, let me get to Jupiter. Jupiter had these ships in the sky one night. I took this picture with my Nikon camera. These were ships, you all. These are ships. So these ships are massive, but to disable the live stream, there had been to be 58 minutes is a lot of information that could have been gathered. I was talking about the ships in the sky, and conversation was coming on too about the ships in the sky, and all of these ships coming out of the sun. Okay, there was so much conversation going on. They was talking about the plasma ships, all of this, and they felt the need to hide the comments. So I'm just wondering why did they hide it? What they won't let the live chat be seen. So I went in there and I thought, is there something else I can click? There is nothing I can click to get that live chat to play. I think they're hiding something, because this was last night's. I didn't have to do nothing. It's automatic, but they disabled it. They disabled it on their end, you all. They disabled that video on their end so that you could not read what was being said with that live chat. And I think it's wrong. I really do think it's wrong what they've done. If you're just tuning in, hello, Apple Brooks, you all. I would encourage you to go look at that video. I wish I could have access to the live chat, and I cannot even have access to the live chat of that video. So what are they hiding? What was said during the live chat that they don't want you to see as you're watching the replay of that particular video. Based on what I was saying and then what they were saying, if I looked at the comments and was replying, something was said. Some type of conversations were going on, because there was a lot of areas that I was showing from off my Facebook posts that were shared pictures, and I'm sure it did stir up a lot of conversation. Yeah. Is it possible for you to do a screen recording? Oh, I'm going to have to probably... Well, I could do it on another computer, and I think that's a wonderful idea. Who has said that? Vixen99, I have a spare computer over here, my backup computer, and I think that's an absolute wonderful idea that you have made. Thank you, because it might require a little bit of extra time, but all it will have to do, I'll just have to set up the other computer on the other side of the room. When I go live on this one, it can record the live stream. Okay, it can record it. That's what I'll do. Thank you. For every live stream that I do, so we can look back and see what was said during the live stream that they hid. Okay, that's wonderful. It really is. There's over 200 motherships waiting to rescue. You know, when I first started this journey, speaking about motherships, on the Facebook, I stayed on the Facebook. That's where the I don't know, the community grew for me. I had contact with people who said since age 5, they were groomed, more or less, when they were little, to be pilots. They would pilot these ships. And this person was, by then, it was in their around 40 or 50 years old. They were to pilot these ships. I think they said they could hold maybe 5,000 people or 500 people. When the time was right, they would evacuate. And I thought, this sounds really strange. And it wasn't just one person. These were people from all over the world who would send me messages talking about the ships, how they know that when the time comes, they're going to somehow pilot these ships to evacuate people off Earth. And I thought, this is really strange. I really did. To hear this, because, you know, I was not even in this community. But that's what they said. Yeah. So I don't know what's happening. I really don't know what's happening. I think there's going to be a lot of turmoil on this earth. Okay, a lot of people are going to have to endure it, including me. You've been through hardships all your life. You have. I have too. But this particular video, the live stream, is not even made available. I'm gonna take you over here. I want you to watch this. I want you to see for yourself. I want to go into this video. Okay, look at this. This is where you can do the live chat. I don't even have the option. See? It will not even let me click it. I can go into the analytics right here. You can go into the analytics. You can see how the chat messages would bottom out. They'd bottom out the chat messages. They kept dropping the chat messages also on here during the live stream. So this tells you that there was chat messages, although I would frequently go back and they drop it. They would drop it to 0. Boom. They'd bottom out the chat messages because they didn't want, I guess, what was being said. They wouldn't let it get up high. Okay, they wouldn't. They kept making it go low. For some reason, I don't think that they want us to engage. I don't think that they want us to engage in conversation, because when you engage in conversation, you share information, and information is oftentimes knowledge, and knowledge is power, and power, along with that knowledge and information, it unites people and we become stronger. That's what happens. And with this right here, I'm thinking, let me shrink this down. While they would not let it happen, you all. They wouldn't. The chat messages and the concurrent viewers, of course, you can see it was a steady climb. But I'm thinking if they can get that chat rate down below a certain percentage, maybe they won't even show the chat messages. That's what I'm thinking. Maybe they won't even allow it. If they can keep it low, they may say, well, it's not even worth, you can't, it's not even made it through the algorithm, so we're not going to show that, you all. Even though you can see that they were there, you all. See, I don't know what they did with it, but they didn't like the conversation that was taking place. Oh, okay. Yeah. I don't know what else I could show you on here. All it has is the comments after the video was done. That's it. After the video was done. If I were to go into here, well, that don't do anything either, you all. This is really strange. Okay, yeah, the customization. Even when the video is done, you have the option. Let me show you something. Let me try to pick another. I want to try to show you there was something that happened during that video. Let me just take this one from last night. If I can go in here so you can see it right here. Let's just go into this video. In the customization, okay, I've got that. The analytics, okay, we got that. The chat messages. See the chat messages. Let's see. 5, 3. They didn't bottom out the chat messages last night. Okay, they didn't. Let me do this. Even though this was not that good of a video, they didn't bottom them out. They kind of kept them up above a certain range. But for that one, they did. They did. Even though they did drop it a few times, but they didn't drop it very many. And that's because there's nothing to fear with me just showing a volcano, you all. What's there to hide if there's a volcano? What type of conversation can you have that's not too touchy with just a volcano? Nothing. There's nothing too touchy with just a volcano, you all. There isn't. So let me just come back here to this live stream. So if you're all wondering what happened, I don't know. And even with the chat rate right here, you all, let me show you this. See, that's why I flip back to the screen so you all can see. See, this is not a very high chat rate either. And if we watch on here, you'll see that as we're doing this live chat, that they will. You know what I could do? Yeah. They will drop it because they don't want you to see in the playback. They don't. Yeah. Yeah, hit this like button. When I see this drop, I'm going to tell you all because that was important. It was. You watched one of the videos. You spoke about alien abductions. Would you consider doing a video on your experiences? I've done a lot of videos. I've talked about it before. Okay, I have. It's kind of old news to me. It really is. Yeah. Let me look at this, you all. This top chat is on. Let's do this. I'm not going to be on here long at all. Yeah, you watched the chat right last night, Johanna. Somebody got themselves. Yeah. All right, you all. Let me show this right here. See, even with this, how could somebody say, "Oh, this is not a ship"? Even with the Eiffel Tower, let's see if they got this. Even with this, how can you so easily dismiss something like this? Oh, by the way, what I've noticed with South Africa, Let me put this back. Okay, look, they dropped the chat rate there, you all. It went from 188, it went down to 101. Okay, and then they popped it back up. See, that's what they're doing. But here's what I'm doing. I'm finding myself, which I will do it today, I'm having to change my password every single day to throw whoever off. I'm not saying anybody's hacking into my network, but on here, yeah, they probably are. A Google moderator or an algorithm, something above me and the moderators on here. Somehow, okay, they just did it again, you all. Look at this. They dropped it when I said that to 101, 192 to 101. They're dropping the chat rate so they can suppress it. And hopefully they're thinking, if we can drop this chat rate enough, maybe the algorithm will kick out the live stream and you won't get to see the live stream, you all. Something's going on with the information that's being shared. Okay, it is. I just want to tell you, something's going on. They don't want the information that I'm sharing to be shared. Okay, they don't. For some strange reason. Are they fearful? Are they fearful of what is out there? Of who is out there? Are they fearful that you all might say something in the comment section and someone may collaborate back and forth and agree and then they have more information? Are they fearful of that also? I think something's happening. I think they just dropped it again from 192 down to 96. They're doing it. You see the chat rate is at 2. See, they're doing it. I'm stepping on toes is what's happening. I'm stepping on people's toes. Well, you're going to have mighty bruised toes before it's all said and done. Okay, you are. I'm just going to tell you right now. And if there's information that needs to get out, oh, it's going to get out. Okay, that's what's going to happen. The information is going to get out. Whether a Google moderator, whether an algorithm, or whether some keyboard warrior is behind the scene trying to suppress information about what's going on in the skies, whether it's a DOD, whether it's a Pentagon person, whether it's any type like a cyber security people, whether or not you're trying to suppress information, I want you personally to know. Go ahead and drop it right now. See you, I'll drop it to 193 to 98. I want you to know that that information will get out. Whatever is supposed to get out, whether you want to leak it out or not, whether you want it out or not, it's going to get out. Okay, that's what I want you to know, okay? And you're not going to deter me, although you really try really hard, and it kind of sets me back at times. But I'm still going to get my strength back. I'm going to gather myself back together is what's going to happen. I'm going to gather myself back together, and I'm going to come forth swinging. Okay, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to come forth swinging. So in the end, I know how this story ends. I know what the outcome will be. In the end, the evil does not win. The evil is banished. The darkness is banished in the end. That's what happened. You know, you are not. Let me tell you this. Let me flip this over to me. You are not. Let me tell you what you're not going to do. You're not going to win the battle in the end when it's all said and done. You and your evil ways, your darkness, your enslavement of humanity is going to come to an end, whether you like it or not. It doesn't matter how much you try to suppress the truth, regardless of the area that the truth is in. It does not matter. The information is going to get out in every single area that it is supposed to get out in. Let me let you see my hand go like that. Okay, in every single area that it's supposed to get out in. Let me tilt this camera some more. If I can get this camera down here, you all, they don't even want me to show my seat, but I'm going to tell you what. See my hand like this? I want you to know the UFOs that are in the sky, that information's coming out. All the people who are telling the truth that you are literally silencing them, their voices are still going to be heard. Okay, in fact, they have been heard through the spiritual realm from a higher power. A higher power has heard their voices and have seen everything that has happened on this earth that has been done to humanity. The terrible, terrible things by the evil ones, the darkness, okay? a higher power has seen it, okay? And a higher power will answer the call. When the time comes, at a moment that you least expect it, your end will come, okay? Your enslavement of humanity will end when that time comes. And it's not going to be a moment of your choosing, okay? It's not. And as far as the UFOs go, the ships go, the light ships, the interdimensional warfare that's taking place, you're going to lose there also. You may create a lot of havoc. You may do a lot of terrible things before it's all said and done. But guess what? You're going to be all said and done when the time comes. There'll be no more you, okay? There will be no more you, and humanity will be free. What's left of humanity will be free, and our spirits will live on. Our souls will live on because you're not getting them. You're not getting our souls. I'm sorry about that. That just makes me upset. Okay, if I have something to let me find my mouse. I'm going to say it. I am going to say it. If I've got something to say, I'm going to say it. See, they made it dip again. Let's look at this, you all. So 243, they took it down to 141. So they not too happy at all. They're not, you all. They're not. So, yeah, go ahead. That's right. Go ahead. That's okay. The Great Awakening, it could be 100 years into then. That's right. That's okay, you all. We are in this for the long haul. Okay, we are in it for the long haul. And you know, if you've got a calling on your life, whatever area it may be, and whatever it may be, there's many gifts and there's many callings that people have. And it's up to you whether or not you want to, answer that call. Whether or not that you're going to gather up the strength. Come on now, see, they just dropped it again, right? 253 down to 140. Stop doing that. You go ahead and do it, okay, because you obviously are in control on the other end. That's okay. I'm just showing everybody what you're doing. You don't want the information to get out. And I hope if YouTube, somebody higher up in YouTube is not aware that a Google moderator is pushing that button, dropping that live stream, I hope and pray to God that they come and find you out, because let me tell you something. What is done in secret will be brought out into the open, okay? You may think you're sneaky sitting behind that keyboard, pushing that button to cut the live stream, whether it's a Google moderator, whether it's a DOD person, whether it's a cybersecurity person. You may think you're big stuff. You're not as big as you think, because the bigger they are, the harder they fall, and they're going to fall hard. You're going to fall very hard when it's all said and done, okay? You are, okay? And it's going to be like an avalanche. All those beneath you are going to get crushed. See, they dropped it again. Look up here. 262 to 142. You're going to get crushed beneath the weight. You're going to crush everybody beneath you. That's okay, because we're going to rise. We're going to rise on wings like eagles. And we're going to fly out of this place. We're going to leave this place. That's what we're going to do. We're going to leave this place. And, yeah, you go ahead. I'm calling you out right now. You're dropping it. You're playing games. Okay, that's right. Yeah, that's okay. You all, we can do it. We can march on because we know how it ends. We know how it ends. I am going to tell them if I feel like telling them, and I didn't even want to get on here today. I didn't want to get on here this morning, but when I saw the comment, Gina, your live stream ain't available in the one video. They're not making it available. Well, the reason why is because something was said during the live stream. Go ahead, keep dropping it. See, that's they're doing it. They're dropping it again. 281 to 157. Somebody, I'm telling you what, somebody does not like me. They don't like this platform. Let me tell you something. I am not leaving this platform or any other social media until my time is up. And my time will be up when those who put me in this position says, Gina, your time is up. I'm not leaving, and you can't take me down until then. Okay, you can't. And who knows, it may even exceed the 4 years I was told of doing whatever I was doing, but I'm not going down until my time here is up. Okay, even if it includes me years and years from now. Okay, I'm not leaving. Okay, I'm going to be on here as long as I am meant to be on here to fulfill whatever I'm supposed to fulfill. I'm not going nowhere. Keith Wicklife, thank you. Well, thank you. Okay, I have to believe within myself. If I did not believe within myself, if there was no hope within me, okay, I would not even be out here. Okay, I would not. But I feel it within my spirit. Okay, I am. Something is taking place. And it's a battle. It's a spiritual battle. And there's information that is supposed to get out. They don't want the information out. But it's going to get out, okay? It's going to get out. And it's not just me who's getting the information out. It's a whole lot of other people, too. And they're finding different areas, different avenues to where they can get it. It'll get out. Whatever's meant to be said will be said. Whatever's meant to be shown will be shown, okay? You can't hide it. You can't. Okay. So we got this going on. We got a chat rate. Don't take that down again, but you all, that's right. I'm not going nowhere until it's my time, okay? I'm not. And those who put me in this seat right here doing whatever I'm doing, they will be the ones who say, Gina, okay, that's enough. Look at 280, take me down to 148. Okay, those who put me in this position are the ones who has the ultimate control. Okay, that's who it is. They have the ultimate say-so of when Gina's job is done. Okay, and if they want to extend it, they will extend it. Okay, they will. And I'd be happy. Let me tell you something. I would be happy if they say, Gina, honey, we need you on here a little bit longer. Oh, I'm going to feel it in my spirit. And my spirit's going to agree. And I'll be happy. I'll be happy to stay on here. If that's what it takes to defeat this darkness, to defeat this evil, to get out the information they want out, oh, I'll be very happy. Okay, I will. Because even if you were to believe in life after death or reincarnation, I don't want to have to keep coming back to this earth. Okay, I don't. I don't want to have to keep coming back to this earth doing this. If I can get it all done at once, okay, if it requires a little bit more work, oh, I'm going to get it done. Okay, I am. I'm going to get it done, you all. I'm going to do all that I can during this time on earth, my time on earth, because really right now, whatever I do right now, whatever you do right now is very, very important. Whatever you do or you don't do is extremely important, okay? And it does have a domino effect, okay? I can't give up, you can't give up. We got to hold the light. There's UFO ships out there. There's plasma ships. There's an interdimensional war taking place. There's a spiritual war taking place. And we're battling aliens and demons on this earth. Okay, there's aliens. There's demons on this earth. Okay, they are. You want to talk, you believe in angels? You got to believe in the demons too, because the demons are real. There's evil on this earth. Okay, and it's spiritual. And there's people who don't like humanity. There's other humans who do not like humanity, but they're not fully human. Okay, they're not. Okay, they're going to go against humanity. That's okay. The light of humanity will put out that darkness. It will completely